Hello, this is Dustin with Selling Cibolo. I'm talking to you today about turning your current home into a rental property. No easier way to grow your portfolio than turning your existing home into a rental and moving on. So, Kat in the last video discussed how that would work on the buy side and how to set up the mortgage. I'm here to talk to you about what it takes to turn that primary home into the rental, what it's going to take with the rules, the property management, and even just keeping track of everything. First off, here in Cibolo Insured Suite, we want to make sure that we check all of the major systems. You want that house to work worry-free. You don't want to have to answer the phone because the toilet's overflowing. You know, that's always the worst case scenario when you hear about landlord situations. But you want to check the major systems. So let's see the roof, the HVAC system, the water heater, plumbing, and electrical, making sure that's good. So we start with a roof. Work from the top down. So there's a ton of roofers out there that are always willing to get on your roof and do a quick inspection. We get some crazy hailstorms here sometimes, so maybe a good idea to get somebody up there and check that out for you. Second, make sure that all of the plumbing is working well in the house. If you've got a toilet that's kind of old, just put a new one in. It's $150. If you have to pay someone to do it, probably expect $300, $400 for an install with the toilet. But it's way easier to install than having to keep sending a handyman out. You want to make sure your door locks are working well. You have an inside lock capable of like a deadbolt privacy situation. You also want to make sure that all of the keys are matching. You don't want to have 3 or 4 different keys for the property. And in my next video, I'll actually show you some tips and tricks on how to avoid having to hire a locksmith every time you need to change out those locks. One of the other major items is the AC system on these houses. Of course, heater as well, so you want to have them check out the whole HVAC system. I prefer to have my systems serviced at a minimum of once a year, hopefully twice. Check it in the fall for heat, in the springtime, have them come back out, go back through the AC system, clean it. The older the system is, the more it should be serviced. AC filters, if you can buy 6 for the property, leave them in the closet, give them to the tenant. It's one less excuse they have to change it out. I know I get lazy on it, and it's mainly driven by the fact that I just don't have the filter and I forget to order them or don't pick them up when I'm supposed to. So make it easy for your tenant, and they'll take care of your home better than you did. 2 more big items that you want to have checking out in your house. One would be electrical. It's pretty simple. Just go through and make sure all the light switches are functioning, all the outlets are working out well. You can go through with a plug checker. Just make sure they're working. Less issues, the better when somebody moves in, because they will be filling out a property condition form. It's not necessarily the form that all of the stuff you have to fix, but less trips by the handyman in the future, or electrician or plumber is going to save you big money in the future. So making sure this house is reliable for you as a rental is super important. One of the other items that we think about here is the carbon monoxide detectors. They're located closer to every bedroom. You probably need to check your county or city or area to see what the rules are, but make sure you have carbon monoxide detectors, smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, any kind of preventative measure you can take to help with a tenant in their life. They will appreciate it, and they will also take care of your property as well. Now we've got everything ready to rent. You've got all of your basic items taken care of. You've done kind of a walkthrough of the property, making sure there's no loose pieces of flooring, anything like that. It's time to get some pictures. It's important to get all of this done really even before you start looking for your next house, because once you make an offer on that property, it's going to snowball so fast that you're not going to be ready for it. So I like to take pictures of one room at a time, especially with me living in the property, and with kids, it always feels like it's constant chaos in that house. So clean the kitchen, make sure it's beautiful, spotless, take a couple pictures of it, continue life. Go room by room. My kids' rooms, they are never consistently clean, so I want to take a temporary idea of what that room could be like if somebody was living in there that was not my child. Same thing with all of the other rooms in the house, living room, dining room, everything. Just prep it, take some pictures, save them on your iPhone, use some filters. Just make sure to get a full series catalog of pictures for this property, because the more pictures you have, the easier it will be to rent. Overall, it's not a super complicated process. I'm not exactly the smartest guy in the world, but we've done it multiple times over again, and just happened to pull it off again this summer for 2022. And I want to help my friends and family do the same thing. If you're interested in this process, you want to learn more on how to make this happen, how to expand your portfolio without putting a whole lot of money down. You don't have to put 20% down on these homes. If you're moving your homestead, there's some very cheap options to put very little down out of pocket, purchase another house, convert your old home into a rental, and move on. Sure, it's stressful. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but I'm here to help you every step of the way. My name again is Dustin Blackman with Selling Cibolo, Fathom Realty, and of course my wife, my partner, and my love, Kat Blackman. She's here for us as well. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, and looking forward to our next video for you.